there's nothing that beats passion. Nothing. Because what passion does is create energy. What energy creates is a lot of output in a short period of time. You got your perspective. I just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Good morning, how are you guys? I'm an entrepreneur. I run a 900-person advertising and publishing agency that is global, based in the US. In a world where people are trying to eliminate adversity and we all have to be happy, it actually ends up that everybody's upset. Because in real life, every day there's something that brings adversity. And so I'm with you. I think 8th place trophies and you know, being your PR agent on social media is leading to depression and anxiety and mental health issues. And I'm proud that I talk about eating crow and crap and, you know, working, you know, I still, you know, love the fact that I fly 30 hours to Australia and then get right on stage and speak. And to me, the hustle and the grind and the process is the payoff, not the financial or things you buy with it. And I think unfortunately 99% are confused. Thank you guys so much. I'm so humbled to be on the show. Thanks guys. Hey, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, how are you? I really appreciate that. Thanks for having me on. Well, I think what's great about being an entrepreneur for me is that I have nobody to answer to, right? I have a lot of empathy for you, like if you worked in radio stations, things of that nature. The truth is you have to bite your tongue. Even with my company, VaynerMedia, where we have clients, the reality is there are times where I'm gonna bite my tongue because the stakes are high. But God, it is such a better life to actually speak your truth, and especially if it comes with good intent and kindness. I think the thing that's worked for me is, even though some of my content may seem like I'm giving tough medicine, it's coming from a place where I'm desperate for that person to be happy or more successful. Words of advice: go to a retirement home and spend 8 hours with 10 people that are in their 90s and deeply consume the regret in their eyes for all the things they didn't do. It will scare you straight into taking action. Thank you guys, have a great day. Just to do 2 radio shows in Australia, really awesome. There were some good clips in there, D-Rock. Q&A is when I come out with my best stuff. And now we're on our way to Brisbane. This trip has been going amazing. Obviously super focused on the Matchbox cars and the pins and trash talk, but also producing some incredible content and getting some really good time with D-Rock because we haven't had it, so that's been very nice. I love you, bro. If you haven't been paying attention to my social, specifically Instagram stories, I've become unbelievably obsessed with the flip life, so much so that I'm literally flying from New Zealand, connecting in Hawaii, landing, showering, and immediately going garage sailing. About to take a stage in Brisbane, really feeling it. Felt really great in Sydney the other day. And so trying to carry over that energy. It's been a great content day. Tomorrow, get up super early, go to New Zealand, destroy some Kiwi faces, get on a plane, connect in Hawaii, land, go. So my energy's up. Nice wins at VaynerMedia, some exciting stuff that you'll be hearing about in the future, so that's exciting. Good vibes, feeling good. This Jamaican bobsled pin is at $36. One pin, Steve, one pin, $36 for, I know, but I'm still like marveling in the excitement of it. Oh, Snuffleupagus got a bid, bang. Let's go. Ooh, the Adidas went up to 14. It was $12.50 last time we checked. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sit, let's do it. And so for me, accountability is the greatest and most interesting thing. I'm fascinated fascinated by people's ability to dwell and complain. It's unbelievably interesting. Just so everybody understands, the only people listening you dwell and complain are other fucking losers. What I'm trying to accomplish here this afternoon is to put pressure on the truth. If we are not striving for happiness, then we're not playing. People are amassing products and goods that mean nothing. People are trying to amass status in front of others that means nothing. This is one humongous game of self-awareness. I desperately ask you, if you're motivated, to not necessarily just figure out how to run LinkedIn ads against a white paper for your B2B financial service business, or how to DM 100 influencers every day of the week and ask them to post a picture with your product and ask them how much they want, then negotiate with them like it's a garage sale, and then see if it actually works. I need you to understand what's happening out here. And what's happening out here is this is the greatest era of abundance. If you actually look at somebody else's success and you're angry about it because you've been tricked into thinking that comes out of your success, you do not understand life. I put out my content for free because your attention's more than enough. I don't need to sell you anything else because your attention is far more valuable to me than your money. You get attention by putting out good shit. Do you know how many people here want to grow their profiles but have never replied to a comment of somebody that's left a comment? You haven't jumped in and said thank you or replied to their question. I looked at a bunch of you. I saw the hashtags for these fucking questions, right? The fucking hashtag Ask Gary Vee, BRI. I looked. And when I looked at all your accounts, 99% of you do not reply to people's questions in your Instagram portfolios, while all you give a fuck about is growing your Instagram portfolios. How did I get here? From 2007 to 2011, I went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning every day, because I did not go to sleep until I replied to every tweet I had, and I was running a wine business for 11 hours, so I didn't have time to do it during the day. This isn't luck shit, Johnny. Who's named Johnny here? This isn't luck shit, Johnny. This is fucking putting in the work. I'm just imploring you to use today, this afternoon, this talk to be the starting point. And that starting point and opportunity is getting a clear mind so it's super quiet and start putting out your fucking truth. Put out your content. What do you know? What are you living through? If you're just starting out, document your journey of trying to figure it out. Speak your fucking truth. Speak it loud. Speak it often, because you will regret not squeezing this era. Live your life. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How many people are at this dinner? How many at this dinner?
11 or 10 or 11. Nothing on the market.
Hello, guys. Hello. How are you? If you look around, this is really fun. There's a lot of businesses here that are B2B. You know, we started with a very B2C, very trendy, sexy business, but the majority of the businesses here are quite B2B. And but the reality is that what's amazing about boring B2B businesses, and VaynerMedia and what we do is B2B, it's not, might be a little more creative, but is that you know who you're targeting. Yeah. So, thank you. So I think that one of the things to talk about is, I actually think a lot of you looking around could remarkably change the outcome of your business through Facebook and LinkedIn and podcasting and be outrageously boring. The reason I always have the answer, people ask me that, I'm like, because I reverse engineer who the decision maker is, and then I ask enough questions to figure out what brings them value. I mean, A government official is trying to get reelected or trying to build equity with the person that they think is going to get reelected. Everybody's got, it's like, I love Star Wars because there's this thing called the Death Star. It destroys everything. Yet, if you just ride a plane very carefully through a very narrow place and drop a little thing on this one little thing, the whole thing breaks out. Like, and it always stuck with me, like everything's reverse engineerable if you actually understand who the decision makers are and then what do they need. I'm a high growth entrepreneur because I don't value short-term economics. So step number one, the biggest reason that I've been able to build big businesses is there's not a lot of 29-year-old guys or gals that spend 18 hours a day building a business and are okay with taking home $63,000 while giving up their entire 20s. Most people are the reverse. They make money and they take it out of the business to buy themselves things. I value my business over myself. So one, I put all the money back in. Number two, I'm an innovator. So what innovators, I'm a very good salesman too, even though I talked about branding. So I'm good enough to stay alive while my thing that's gonna really grow me grows. So I'm selling social media in 2009, 10, 11, 12, just enough to stay alive, but then in 14, when it becomes real, I'm the guy and it all comes. You know, it's a daily game. Like what was yesterday, like, I mean, I can't wait to, I say this lately a lot with D-Rock. I was like, I wish I was filming myself back in the day because I would talk about direct mail and other things, and now I shit on outdoor media. I used to run billboards all over New Jersey. There's gonna be a day where I'm gonna make content that's gonna be like, why are you doing Instagram? That's stupid. And that's gonna be fun because then there will be a full cycle of content to reference this era so I can show people I'm not about social media, I'm about attention. I think people are starting to understand it once I started getting excited about voice. That's when people are like, okay, this is a little bit different than just, he loves social media. No, I run an email, I have an email, but I think email is an effective way to still sell. I really do. Just not as effective as it was 15 years ago.
Just do everything.
Do everything and then allocate energy and resources based on the reality of everything. So smoke signals is now 0. Right? But I'll still buy outdoor billboards because in Jersey, and I don't know this market, like a billboard that's $20,000 a month, if they don't have it sold with a day to go, it could be $2,000. And then I'm like, well, for a month, $2,000, okay. You understand? To me, it's about, is attention overpriced or underpriced? One thing I really don't love about being one of the poster childs of all this is I'm such a high energy, extroverted personality that it tricks people into thinking that's what you need to be. But it's not. You need to know your craft. You could be mundane and boring if you're doing B2B and there's 37 people that are your target and they just want the information. They just want the fucking information. Plus, you don't have to make video. You can do audio. You can write. You can make a PowerPoint and post it on LinkedIn. The other biggest thing that a lot of you won't do that you need to think about is give away your best information for free. It's very counterintuitive. Why would they hire me I know you want to transition, but like, why would they hire me to be an accountant if I teach them how to do it? Because context is the value. It's why this is valuable. Like you can watch all my content, then the stage will be a little more context, and this is gonna be real fucking context. And literally, for you, like I know I've answered, I've answered real stuff, and I can see like, whoa, okay, like you're like, oh shit, and it becomes like, it's really valuable when you can like, it's not like, getting to the insight, unlocking the change of perspective is everything. There's nothing that beats passion. Nothing. Because what passion does is create energy. What energy creates is a lot of output in a short period of time. Like you have to figure out if it's insecurity that you like to put up a facade and you don't want to actually go on the field and prove it, Or is it just like indecisiveness, which is already a tell that you might struggle running a business, so you just have to pick one and go, period. Get into the practice of it.
Any words of wisdom for serial introverts on how to leverage talent?
It's really funny because I'm obviously extremely extroverted, but so many of the people I most admire, some of the best partners I've ever had, employees, executors, are unbelievably introverted. As a matter of fact, so many of the kids that I saw win in Silicon Valley, as we know, because they came really truly from tech nerd culture, were outrageously introverted. I think just not dwelling on the fact that you're not extroverted in what is now a me, personal brand, post everything on social media world, I actually think it's an advantage. So for me, like leveraging the talent is very easy. It's all down to execution. Let me promise you something. For all my videos and cursing and charisma and energy, if I didn't actually succeed in my executions, I wouldn't mean shit. The biggest issue right now in society is that somehow we've created this narrative that 18 or 22 or 30-year-olds need to have their shit figured out. Most 57-year-olds don't have their shit figured out. And so the pressure that you have to figure it out is ludicrous. Of course you don't know what your passion is. You haven't even fucking lived yet. So my biggest advice is take advantage of this vacation, right? Navigate through it so they don't kick you out, and take as many weird courses, go to as many weird things, like try shit. Like you don't know if your favorite food is oysters if you've never had one. Here's the tactical thing that I'd like to talk about. If you are not producing 100 pieces of content for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, podcast, every single day, you are leaving the greatest opportunity in the world on the table. 100. 100. That's a fuckload. Everything I just said sounds hard as fuck and tedious as shit, right? But here's the secret. Everything great should be hard. New Zealand, I fucking love you. Thank you for having me. That's amazing. Guys, that's fucking amazing. Amazing. That's fucking
we love you, Gary. We love you, Gary.
Bro, it's amazing, man. Fucking amazing. Thank you. Amazing. Fuck! That gets me so. I wanna fight somebody. It's fucking amazing. I give away all my best advice for free. That's why you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Guys, this dinner and this talk are not ROI positive for me. They're just not.
Could be garage sailing.
That definitely isn't. You know,
Scale it is, if the measure is impact, right?
Correct.
And the camera's rolling.
correct.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the best part is when you provide value with no expectation. When they ask me, they're like, hey, we want to do a dinner series. I'm like, cool. I'm like, let's do it, because I want the content. The money is great. It is a lot of money, but like my rev share of it is not what's driving me to be here. I'd rather go garage sale. I want the content.
Yeah,
D-Rock will tell you, I get more excited about buying a stuffed animal for $1 that's 20 on eBay than closing a $5 million deal. What I'm really good at is this. Like, it comes natural to me. I don't look at yesterday at all, which is what everybody does. I really care about today, and I'm very good intuitively about tomorrow. My religion is today. My disrespect is for yesterday. My curiosity is about tomorrow.